Today, I'm going to share a snapshot of my progress towards my 2021 financial plan and my net worth update for September. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ying Ying, and Now Realize YouTube channel is started out by my partner Jingles and I. On this channel, we explore the realization about life and happiness as we pursue our goals. As I shared before, this net worth update is just only my net worth. It does not include Jingle's net worth. I've updated about my finances both in June and July, and actually I've skipped August update. The reason that I wasn't able to update in August was that I was stuck with a realization that maybe I shouldn't be too open about my finances, and I was reading some of the previous comments where I started to doubt my decision and my choice, and I wonder whether it is right or whether it is a safe choice for me to share so much. But for those who have stuck around, I feel that I think I need to at least be accountable on what my goals are and to share with you whether I achieve the goals by the end of this year. So my next update will likely be in December, and I'll let you know whether I achieved it or not. So as a disclaimer, I'm not a professional financial advisor. This video is just for educational purposes, and I'm merely stating my own point of view. Do not follow what I do, and always do your own research. So if necessary, seek a professional financial advisor to make the best decision that suits your own needs. There are a couple of changes with my portfolio this month. As in June, I have stopped investing in StashAway, and right now I've just started with Endowus. Okay, secondly, I've looked into my Malaysia property and I realized that I have more equity than I thought. So this is actually reflected in my this month's update. So here's the cash portion for this month, and it is slightly down as we are still paying off our credit card bills from our wedding in August. And for this month, my stock has been performing quite okay. Tesla actually went up, though China stocks are still down. Next is my iFast and robo-advisors, and this is how much it has performed during the last 2 months. For StashAway, I have started sometime in January 2020. I have 3 portfolios, and they are income portfolio, which the investments are dominated in Singapore dollars and invest in various Singapore funds like REITs and Singapore-based equities and bonds. This portfolio has dropped slightly since July, and if you want to get started in this portfolio, you will need a minimum of $10,000 to start. So for me, I actually did a lump sum investment. So the overall return so far since January 2020 is still $60.21. The next portfolio I have is the core portfolio, which invests in US and global equities. This one has not been doing well because StashAway invests in China tech especially, and as we might have known from my previous update that there is there's some kind of uncertainty where the China government is trying to regulate the Chinese tech, and right now I'm still down, and actually it has been down further for the last 2 months, and I've lost about $408. For this portfolio, I have also invested since January 2020. Lastly, I have about $2,000 invested in StashAway Simple, which is an account that earns slightly better interest than a bank. So far, my returns is about $206.92. Overall, my StashAway journey has been negative. Right now, I am negative $141.50 for the month of September. I have therefore stopped topping up more into my StashAway since earlier this year in June. And for now, I don't plan to sell away my holdings in StashAway because it is negative, and I'll probably wait till end of this year before I decide what to do. Next, I've started with Endowus this September, and I've deposited $2,000 into the account, both in their core portfolio as well as cash portfolio, to see how it works. So right now it is down slightly, but let's see how it's going to perform over a longer period of time. For Endowus, I plan to put $350 every month moving forward. There's also a slight increase in my crypto holdings. And the funny thing is that recently I actually transferred my holdings from Bittrex and Huobi into Binance. And now that Binance have announced that they are no longer serving Singapore customers, I would probably have to shift my portfolio somewhere else again. A quick note that this crypto assets does not include what we have in Crypto.com, which is another exchange that we are into right now and have recently reviewed about. The money in Crypto.com account belongs to Jingles, and it is Jingo's own crypto investment. We are trying out a couple of Crypto.com functions, and we'll probably share more with you in another update. But if you would like to sign up for a Crypto.com account, there is a referral link that we have in the description box below. The next area will be my retirement funds under the Singapore pension system called the CPF. My strategy is actually the 1M65 method to get the risk-free interest of 4% by maximizing the amount in my SA and MA account. This method is not for everyone because your goals might be different from mine, and I have used this method to give me a safety net so that I could take other riskier investments. So here's the update for September. I am about $68,000 away from my $500,000 target, and there's about 3 more months to go. So at this stage, I am not sure, and I think the chances for me to achieve my goals is likely not possible unless my China stocks recover before then. But for me to achieve my minimum goal, which is $450,000, there is still certainly a chance. So I'm trying to stay positive right now. In my previous video on how much I earned, there were a couple of unanswered questions. I realized that I have probably upset some people for missing that out. I'm grateful for the comments that have shared what I've missed out, and I'm going to answer 2 of the comments here today so that you might have a bit more clarity. So most of my income comes from my salary, and right now I don't think I am comfortable to share exactly how much I earn, especially when it's currently my job. Maybe in the future, if I change company or something, I would be more comfortable to do that. I'll give you a range, and a very big range. My salary per annum can vary between $50,000 to $90,000. So this is the range right now. And on my side hustle as a florist, unfortunately, the business has been slowing down as I'm not focusing on it so much as before. Previously, I was able to earn about $2,500 in a year. That's like $200 per month or $16 per hour. So I don't think it is really scalable for me at this point of time, and it is likely not something that I would do as my day-to-day job. So how do I plan to achieve my net worth target? That is so challenging. It's challenging because my income from my job will not be able to help me reach my goals. I need other ways to grow my money. So Naval Ravikant has actually mentioned that to build wealth, you have to leverage. And wealth is having assets that earn while you sleep. There's 3 ways that we can do it. First is to tap into people or labor. Secondly, it is through capital. And thirdly, it is through products that has no marginal cost of replication, and that is either coding or through media. So for people or labor is where businesses would hire people to produce goods to make money. So you could start a business in order to make wealth. Another way, it is through capital to make money work for you. So it could be through your investments as a start. And lastly, it is to create products with no marginal cost of replication. So like coding, you can create different codes and your little minions to work for you. And media, it's like creating courses so that you do not have to teach 40 people in a class. Instead, you're teaching to 4,000 people in a class. So that is how the different 3 ways that you can build wealth while you sleep. So I'm not a business person and I'm not a coder or influencer. So the strategy that is most accessible to me is to leverage capital. And this capital is actually my savings that I have saved up over the years to make my money work for me. I buy, or rather invest into things that would appreciate and grow. So this is done via the stock market and learning how to trade options to be able to benefit from the volatility. I sell options at a strike price for a company that I'm willing to buy at. So I think having a good grasp of valuation would help me in this process. I would say that I'm still learning and improving myself on how to evaluate companies. Valuation would also help me to make better investing decisions to buy the right type of companies that will grow in the future. Since the stock market on a short term is a voting machine and on a long term it is a weighing machine. So if you're keen on learning from the same mentors that I learned from, I do have a YouTube video that I go through the various YouTube channels that I follow, and I hope that it will be helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, we can discuss in the comments section below, or you can actually DM us on our Instagram. As always, thank you for watching. Bye.